Ibrahim was Sultan, the Khan of Khans, successor to the Prophet of the Lord of the Universe, and carried a multitude of other titles. Beyond that, he also was extremely horny. Ibrahim ascended to the Ottoman throne not due to his competence, but due to pure necessity. In his case, the Ottoman pedigree is a little complicated. Sultan Mehmed III had two sons, Ahmed I and Mustafa I. After Mehmed's death, Ahmed became Sultan, but when he died in 1617, his brother Mustafa took the throne. It was him and not Ahmed's son Osman, because this boy was only 13 years old. Ahmed's and Mustafa's father had ended the Ottoman tradition of fratricide, which was why Mustafa was still alive at all. However, the problem was that Mustafa had spent all his life hidden in a small cell. As Sultan, he gave money to everyone he came across, and this behavior was deemed so improper and expensive that he had to be removed. Osman II, son of Ahmed, now was the only other choice left. Full of resentment against those who had taken his throne and given it to his uncle, he plotted his revenge. His plan was to subdue the Janissaries with the help of Kurdish tribesmen. Politically weakened by a lost battle against the Poles at Hotin, he was dethroned and strangled to death. Mustafa I returned to the throne. Mustafa's second reign was a little bit more successful than his first, but in the end he was sent back to his cage again. Murad IV, another son of Ahmed I, only 11 years old, succeeded him. When he had grown old enough, he was relatively successful and even gained back control over the Janissaries. When Murad died from an illness, he had fathered 10 sons, but none of them survived. His 11th son was only born after Murad's death and also died at 7 years of age. And suddenly there was only one lone Ottoman heir left. Ibrahim I, the third son of Ahmed I, became Sultan. That he and Murad had survived the rule of Mustafa means that they were exceptionally lucky. The dignitaries tasked with strangling both of them refused to carry out the command, since this would have meant the end of the Ottoman line. Mustafa I was notorious for his hatred of women. There was no possibility of him having any issues. And this complicated chain of succession brings us to Ibrahim the Horny. Ibrahim was the perfect contrast to the misogynic Mustafa. His behavior put the European stereotype of the harem to shame. He liked to run through the harem pretending to be a stallion, galloping and neighing, while his women had to pretend to be mares, kicking and bucking, until he caught them. He used to attend to one of his wives every hour and collected books depicting intercourse. Once he even abducted the daughter of the Grand Mufti and kept her as a sex slave for some days. Inspired by the udder of a cow, Ibrahim had a dream, and as a man of passion, he followed it. He sent out his agents and finally found SAQI, Sugar Cube, somewhere in Armenia. She weighed an impressive 150 kilograms. Ibrahim made her his and rewarded her with a pension and the title of Governor General of Damascus. When his new favorite spread the rumor that one of the harem girls had been unfaithful, Ibrahim had 278 women stuck in sacks and thrown into the Bosporus. Aside from women, Ibrahim was also interested in covering his palaces with the fur of sable, shaving his cats so that they could wear sable furs, and making love on sable. In short, Ibrahim was a most versatile ruler. Ibrahim's reign and life ended in 1648, when everyone, even his powerful mother Qasim Sultan, had to accept that his extravagances had become unbearable. Feeding coins to ducks was too expensive a hobby. For some time plundering Baghdad helped, but when the Venetians blocked the Dardanelles, he had to go. He was strangled, and his 6-year-old son took over as Mehmed IV. In the end, Ibrahim worked hard to earn his epithet the Mad, although the Horny would fit perfectly too. I hope you had some fun today. If you know about any debaucheries that would have fit Ibrahim's lifestyle, tell us in the comments. If you want to find out more about the post-Ottoman sultans, you can watch my video on the Janissaries revolts. We'll meet again soon. Until then, please like this video and spread it like Ibrahim spread his genes. Do not forget to subscribe to find out more about historical curiosities. So long, we'll meet again soon. Stay critical, stay curious, stay free,